Red 2 standing by, all for lit and in the green. Welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. And that was Chunky's idle animation. It's time to wrap up Jungle Japes by sorting out everything with Chunky Kong. Chunky has the most powerful firearm of the group. And we also have some bananas on top of Funky's armory. There we are. So for today, I'm going to be discussing, once I get the firearm, Tropical Freeze, the other Donkey Kong game with which I have a considerable amount of experience. And I really do need to play it more. It's an absolutely beautiful game. Visually, it's fantastic. In terms of the soundtrack, just blows you away every time. It's a very good reason why they brought back David Wise for the game, because he is just that good. David Wise really does know what he's doing. Similar deal with Grant Kirkhope. They both produce phenomenal music. Like, Rare at its peak, the soundtracks were just as good. They had so much they could do. There was such brilliant, such delightful music in pretty much every game. It just stuck with you. Like, I adore a lot of those classic soundtracks. I have quite a lot of that on my iPod, in all fairness. We will get to that in due time. And Cranky has perfected another potion, so Hunky Chunky, Kremlinus Crush 'em. You can now use my special barrel with your face on it. Leap into one and prepare to be amazed as you change size. This is the same shtick I gave Tiny. I couldn't be bothered doing anything else because it's pretty similar. But it's your lucky day, Chunky. Somehow you've played well enough to earn my next potion as well. It's cheap at 5 coins. I'm sure you'll want it. And we get the Primate Punch. Sandwichium Knuckles. All you understand is brute force, Chunky, so this should be perfect for you. Press and hold Z, then press B to smash anything that takes your fancy. You've already got 2 potions out of me. You're not getting another one. Clear off. Get off my lawn. So, we do get a very powerful haymaker, as well as being able to squash Kremlings with brute force. But yeah, I really do need to play Tropical Freeze because there's so much that sets everything up in terms of atmosphere, in terms of design, the way everything looks and feels. It's all incredibly beautiful. Oh wait, they're lanky bananas. But we have 3 balloons for Chunky. So, 1 hard-hitting pineapple. And get the aim right. And there we are. Pick this up with the B button. Let's see. It's Z to set it down and B to throw it. As the song said, Chunky makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze. And we have to make it all the way out to Snides. But there's a faster way to do that. We have 50 seconds compared to Lanky's 60. That's not where I want to go. Let's head on out this way and get going as quickly as possible. Being halfway to Chunky's overall banana total, and just about at his banana medal, 2/3 of the way there, is pretty good. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of really, really creative and clever level design in Tropical Freeze. The music adds a lot of extra atmosphere, especially when you get to everything in the final world, which is basically the frozen over Donkey Kong Island. It's well, it's full of different emotions, really. Especially when Seashore War hits you. That one is absolutely beautiful. David Wise considers that his favourite piece from all his years of composing. And when you consider the amazing music he's produced, that's quite high praise indeed. It's so powerful, really. There's a wonderful sense of melancholy, a feeling that you've come so far, yet there's still such a distance to go. It's quite an emotional moment, just seeing everything covered in snow, taken over by your enemy. And then the next level, Aqueduct Assault, just spurs you up to get ready to fight. You want to continue the battle. You want to help the Kongs recover their home. The music really does help with things like that. It's so impactful, really. Now, I have to be very careful going through here. I don't feel that this controller is made for precision platforming over narrow areas, and it's also dark a lot of the time. Have to be careful about what we do here. We'll want to shoot those switches in the eye of the statue so we can bring some vines down. That gets us our gold banana, and the other one will bring us our Kasplat. These don't disappear, so we can... Damn it. Twice I've done that. So we gotta wait for the Kasplat to respawn. Which it's probably not gonna do while I'm over there. Yep. Line it up, knock it down. Yeah, interesting note before I get back to Tropical Freeze, Chunky's gun only needs 5 shots to take care of a Kasplat. It's 10 for DK and Diddy, and I think 15 for Lanky and Tiny. Note that the vine is still swinging as if we were on it. Be it a little bit of a glitch, but that was in the N64 version as well. Still, we can proceed. So, I will, of course, talk a fair... There's a lot of sort of... I think Tropical Freeze is a very good demonstration of the power of emotion in video games, in what the levels make you feel. David Wise's music helps create the atmosphere. There'll be that sense of tension, energy, things... Basically what the game wants you to feel in this situation. There's a tough battle coming up ahead, there are dangerous environments coming up. Things like that. So many little elements that just... They'll spur you on. You might be in the middle of a tense situation. You might be wanting to jam out to a piece like Busted Bayou, or there's the intensity of Scorch and Torch. Overall, the way everything comes together to set the scene is just delightful, honestly. And I do need to play it a lot more. It's an incredibly solid platforming experience. Basically, Z and C left to wind up turning back into regular Chunky. But we need to get the bananas. We will very easily get all 100 bananas for Chunky. And into the bonus barrel we go.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Minecart Mayhem. So, Z to accelerate, B to brake. The music is not playing. Why is the music... Wait, no, I didn't want to do that! I didn't realize that you actually have to press the control stick the way you want to go, because otherwise it seems to... Because I didn't actually press the control stick there, so I presume its default is just send... There's the music. I presume its default is just pressing you towards the minecart. That was dumb. Okay, so... Yeah, I think its default seems to be that it'll take you towards the minecart. Once again, we've got absolutely nothing. What's going on? Alright, we've avoided it. Start to head towards the middle. How have I glitched out the music anyway? That was weird. Okay, yep. We have to be hunky-chunky again. Another thing I really do like about Tropical Freeze is that the gameplay is fairly challenging. Oh no, I have to jump from a tree. The gameplay is generally quite challenging, but it's also pretty fair as well. Maybe the temple levels, the hidden ones from getting all the Kong letters on a world, can be a pain in the ass, but that's the thing with bonus levels, they're allowed to be. Basically, it feels like it's tough. It's going to challenge you, but it's never truly unfair with things. It gives you plenty of opportunities to keep trying. So, it's like a good challenge, but it's not necessarily going to punish you for failing the challenges. It's like, you know what, you can pick yourself up and try again. It's completely okay. And I appreciate that style. We've done everything. Let me just check our totals. Chunky has banana metal and blueprint, banana metal and blueprint, banana metal and blueprint, banana metal and blueprint, banana metal and blueprint. So, everything is pretty much done there. I'll probably hold most of the blueprints for the other Kongs and just get everything done and dusted in one smooth shot. DK, on the other hand, I will continue to use. I'll have him show off all the special animations. So, over here is a rock Chunky can pick up. But that is for Lanky, and Lanky doesn't have his instrument yet. Because we didn't quite need it. So we can continue on our merry way. Let me check the totals for Angry Aztec. DK has 3 out of his bananas. He needs to go and get his blueprint. So we'll lead, but I know where that is. So we will lead off into Angry Aztec with Donkey Kong. I'll actually see you there. Now there is one thing I can actually do here, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of skipping and things like that. Using the Chimpy Charge, ring those gongs, and we'll actually wind up getting a bonus barrel for Tiny. Yeah, overall, I do have a lot of really, really good things to say about Tropical Freeze. I genuinely believe that if there is such a thing as video games being described as art, Tropical Freeze is a very good demonstration of why video games can be described as art. It looks beautiful. It plays beautifully. It's just overall a really, really splendid game. There we are, and we can open that switch behind us with Tiny.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Big Bug Bash. This one can be a little bit janky. We basically have to swat the flies, A to use the swatter. There we are. The hitbox is a little weird. But once you start to figure it out, it can go fairly well. Of course, you're going to want to swat the flies with that annoying laugh they do. It might take you a few tries to figure out the blasted hitbox. I don't think I'm getting this one. Easiest to just hit restart so you don't have to go through the animation. This one can be a little bit fiddly, so we'll speed it up. How have I managed to glitch the music out again? How did I do that for a third time? I haven't done anything special. How did I glitch out the music? That is beyond me. But we wound up getting that, so I do have, as I said, that significant amount of praise for Tropical Freeze, and I do genuinely believe it pretty much is art. I think we have to defeat a few enemies in here. There's just something about it that it seems to it just gets so much absolutely right. So I think we need to, yeah. So we'll need to go and be hunky chunky in order to step on that. But yeah, there's always been something about the music in the Donkey Kong series. Tropical Freeze really nails that. And then some. I've talked a little bit about that, but like just the way the music makes you feel, the way it's so beautifully designed to add those little bits of atmosphere. Even the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance soundtracks. So that'll stay pressed. Even they have a considerable impact as well. Like, it doesn't seem to matter what you do, you've got really good music all along the way. There are generally very good graphics. The idea of those sort of not quite 3D, those pseudo 3D graphics, those were really strong. Grab an ammo crate because we'll have to come back here as Chunky. But we can go and get DK's blueprint, and I know where his fourth banana is. It's in the 5-door temple. So we open this up, and let's go and be invincible. Might as well grab the last of DK's bananas just for completionist's sake. And we get some coins. And there we are. We take out the Kasplat with a shockwave of our own. And there we go. DK has done his duty. There are bananas for Lanky here. So I'll need to go and get Lanky's instrument, and then I'll go and get Chunky's. And a little financial injection too. So yeah, there's always something really good about the music. Like, you have DK Island Swing, which is understandably stuck as the main motif of pretty much the entire series. It's fairly upbeat, it's got a bit of a jazz style to it. The DK series does really, really good jazz along the way. There's just something about it that sort of lifts your spirits. It's like, okay, cool, we're home, we're doing this. We are in the jungle and we're making this awesome. It just works really well and sounds like home, really. So, we've got that. We've got, for the cave levels, you get Cave Dweller Concert, which is sort of dark and dingy and a little bit mysterious, with the droplets of water coming off the stalactites added in really well. It's a very nice percussion-driven piece, and it suits everything really well. There's the mysterious sort of woodwind-driven voices of the temple, slightly jazzy feel again of the Treetop Town theme, the mysterious and a little bit creepy Northern Hemispheres, the underrated Ice Cave chant, which did at least appear in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so we'll give him credit for that. And there we are, Chunky gets the triangle. Real triangles do not actually sound like that. But there we are, Chunky is outfitted with everything he needs for the time being. So we'll go and get the Chunky banana right near the start, and then we'll get Tiny. Or, well, Chunky can go into the temple nearby, so Chunky can do that. Probably could have taken the one warp, but that's okay. And then from Donkey Kong Country 2, you have Sticker Bush Symphony, which is absolutely beautiful and calms you down during those incredibly stressful bramble levels. Forest Interlude is every bit as beautiful. You have the really funky Disco Train, which is sometimes difficult to appreciate with all the firework effects in the background. You have the really, really powerful Crook's March from the castle levels. Just everything sets the mood up nicely. David Wise definitely just knew how to perfectly capture the mood. And Grant Kirkhope essentially inherited that as such. This game has such beautiful music. All their individual touches just work so well. Like, they provide different advantages. There are so many different benefits to their individual styles, but either way, they wind up creating a unique and beautiful experience for the Donkey Kong series. And it's probably hard, in all fairness, to say that David Wise probably has a little bit of the edge for some people, but I'm probably a little bit more used to Grant Kirkhope's music as well, because of Banjo-Kazooie. Chunky has some bugs to blast. Right up the bug butt. That really doesn't sound right. Don't talk about bug butts. That's better. Now they can explode, but they will wind up coming back, as you saw. That wasn't a good landing. Whoops. There we are. One more to go and we get a gold banana. Chunky seems to have a really good sort of floaty jump, which can be... It can be particularly handy for covering distances. He doesn't jump high, but he gets a lot of horizontal distance, which, of course, can be a big advantage. There we are. all good to go. Now let's get out of here. Before I wind up slipping off the hook anymore. So we've been bashed around a bit. But I think Candy tops up our HP as well. So Chunky's is over this. Chunky switches over this side. Getting near the end of the episode, so... Oh no, it is over the other side with Diddy's. I'll take care of Chunky's banana in here and then we can move on. Whoop. Then we can get this episode wrapped up and start on a new one. Diddy's Kasplat is up there. They're being on top of that temple, which we can reach with the rocket barrel. Alright, let's quickly get back to the entry, fight the camera just a little bit more. And here we are. Take out a few Kremlings, and geez, we've got a banana bonanza for Chunky. And we get our health topped up as well, which is a nice little bonus. But geez, there's what, 25 bananas here? That's not too shabby. Now down here, you will find more bananas, but these barrel enemies, they are clobbers. Oh, the rebound shot. Clobbers are pretty much standard barrel... Well, they're barrel-like enemies. You could stun them and use them as barrels in Donkey Kong Country 2, and the way to tell which ones were genuine clobbers and which ones were the enemies was to look at the shading. The shading of the fake ones, the clobbers, was reversed from the actual barrels. Some clobbers would just knock you around. Some would steal your bananas, the yellow ones. Black clobbers would knock entire life balloons off you. You could actually recover them. You could actually grab them like the bananas you left behind, but you had to be pretty quick. If you're running low on health, this is a really, really good spot to top up. Let him come at us. And since claptraps basically appear to behave like dogs, this effectively means that Chunky is punching a whole lot of puppies. That's not a good look, Chunky. And we will temporarily float in thin air. And with the distinct absence of Tag Barrel, we will be back in the temple with Tiny Kong. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.